Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium, Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
That message. It sounds like if you don't get that I'm a spirit medium, he's going to come at you. He's going to get you, that announcer. But anyway, hello, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura, and I've been working on this whole new, well, it's not really new, but it got buried, this concept, under all the other stuff I've been doing. Really, the foundation of the work I do is all about the soul. Yes, indeed, all about the soul. And I've written, my first book that I wrote is The Soul Abundance, Law of Attraction Secret. Not to name drop with this law of attraction and secret and all that, although it is a buzzword. But I wrote the book in response to those concepts and my own experience with them, understanding that the most powerful tool for manifesting is by way of Dharma or your work, your service, your soul's work. And I have a system that was channeled to me from Spirit called LOVE, which stands for love, and it's 4 steps that will give you greater abundance in your life, including work, money, love, healing on all different levels. So we'll talk a little bit about that when I go into the focus subject today. The show is approximately an hour in length. Sometimes it goes a little longer, and sometimes it goes a little shorter, depending on who shows up. And today seems to be a little bit quieter than usual. Never know. It could be quiet now, and in a few moments it's very busy, but at the moment it's a little bit quiet. There's a website for the show called spiritmediumtv.com, and if you happen to go there, at the bottom of that page you can actually watch a live video feed of me. And the lighting is a little different today, so it may look better than I usually do because the lighting is a little bit better. I also changed the logo picture at the top of the page to have these beautiful violet flowers with the new brand for this show, which is Soul Abundance. But it's really a lot of the same stuff. It's exceptional, evidential, and ethical channeled connections to the souls of others in spirit and your own soul for healing to happiness. And so I mentioned already, the website for the show is spiritmediumtv.com, and there you can get a sale on a private session with me. You can be in to win a private session with me, and well, we have another 2 weeks left of this month, but it's a monthly contest. So at the end of the month, I will be drawing those people that join the mailing list during the month we're in. And if you're chosen, you win a private session, 30 minutes. Phone or Skype with me. That's the in to win. Item 2 on spiritmediumtv.com. Item 3 is how you can jump the queue if you have an urgent matter that just can't wait. Donate 8, and you'll jump. Donate 8, and you'll jump the gate. As of right now, it doesn't look too busy, so maybe you don't need that. Oh, there's another 6, 7, 8. Hey, Susie's talking to that person. Okay. Okay. So that's how you can jump to the top of the queue. If you want to get certified, I have something on that on spiritmediumtv.com. It's item 4 is a 4-month certification program that I've written, starting with Soul Abundance, which is opening your intuitive self, which, by the way, is your soul. Did you know that the Greek word for soul is psychic? Darn. Most of the time, psychic is construed to mean somebody who's going to do fortune telling for you. But I like to bring it to a soul level, the readings. So I'll usually do that if I can, even if it might upset you a little bit and you're wanting me to fortune tell. I just feel that telling you what's going to happen is very disempowering to you, and that there really is no set future, and you're constantly creating it as per the energies of the moment and the decisions you're making. So I attempt to give you that kind of information. And then when I can project, I will. Okay, so I think I've said everything. Certification. I didn't tell you. I didn't read to you a nice testimonial I got today, actually, from Daniel O. And he says the session that he had with me today was an eye-opener. It was amazing to know just how much help, love, and support are available from the unseen realm. With Laura's help, I received very strategic insights on the way ahead for my business career, plus other things. Let's just say I'm definitely clear on what to do next. Highly recommend Laura's service. Well, thank you, Daniel. And I highly recommend your service as well. So the focus subject for today, and then we'll be doing a little channel group message, but the focus subject for today would have to do with soul abundance, as I mentioned it earlier. And actually, I'm thinking of perhaps swapping out Wednesday's radio show. I haven't decided yet. And in place of that, putting once a week a lesson, a soul abundance lesson for something that's going on in people's lives. And usually those things that I talk about, those focus subjects, are going on in my life, or I'm having something around that in my life. So it usually comes out as an article and with spiritual resources to address it. So I've been having a little bit of an experience of addiction, okay, to a relationship, if you will. And you know, it's a common thing. I mean, not to lessen my own experience, but quite often we can become addicted to anything on earth. Okay, you can be addicted to alcohol, you can be addicted to shopping, you can be addicted to gossip, TV, geez, you name it. What are these addictions all about? Well, they're basically, I believe anyway, and according to what I've been told by the ones and the channeled messages I've received, the book and concepts and so on, the course called Soul Abundance, is that if we're living in the mode of ego, which is edging God out, we're living in the mode of fear, and we're also living in the mode of believing that we're alone, we're detached from everyone else, we're separate, and there is nothing to help us. We're sort of like alone in a competitive sea of craziness, okay, the earth plane craziness, and that we have to strive to protect ourselves from others. We're always competing, okay? So this idea of being alone and where we don't have any higher power would be the fearful state. And the other side of it is the love-filled state when we are aligned with our soul. When we're aligned with our soul, we would have healed aspects of ourself, and we would have opened up our intuitive mind, our intuitive eye, and we would start to realize that there's a higher power, higher matrix, intelligent matrix that we live within. And this I call the soul, and I also call it God. Okay, so God is, our soul is the portal to that, or our tool to get to that. It's a lot more than what I just said. Your soul's got a lot of other things to it. It's everything about you, but it's also our connection to Source God. And when we can align with that, we move away from fearful things like addictions to letting go and letting God. And so you could do this. This could happen to you in anything. So there's an article called Addicted to My Ex. If you're having any of that, usually you would feel that this person that you're addicted to is going to fill you up or make you right, make you right in some way. And women in particular are extremely vulnerable to this. Not so much as today as in the past, because well, it's even biology. We're hardwired to bond with a man for the sake of genetic survival, i.e., a woman will bond with a man, especially after she's had a child with him, or she's had, well, a chemical expression within her body happens called oxytocin, I believe is the name of it. And once that happens, she is bound to that man, or she feels very, very bonded with that man. And so what happens is, particularly over time, women have become very earning their own money, having a place in society. All these things kind of evaporated, and before you knew it, I say before you, these things were taken from women because way in the past, it wasn't always so in terms of society. But during the agrarian to industrial economy, women's power was diminished and diminished and diminished until finally they couldn't even vote. They couldn't earn their own living, and quite often they were married off. So it's no wonder that women run around feeling they're nothing without a man, because literally in the past they were. Nowadays it's a lot different. We can earn our own money. We can go out. But yet we have those chemical reactions that may make it appear to us that without that male's validation to us, we're nothing. Maybe we feel like we're going to asphyxiate, die, you know. But in any event, women think like that, and a lot of people think like that, men as well. And so how do you get over that? Well, you get over that by realizing that no one else is going to do something for you. Okay? That other person is not going to do for you what you need to do for yourself, which is to activate your own consciousness, to activate your own sense of self, to activate your own creativity. One of the best ways to heal yourself is to find out what you're good at, what you love doing, and do it. Very simply put, find out what you're good at, what you love doing, and do it, either for an income or just for a hobby. And the more that you do that, the more empowered you become. And that doing what you love to do is one of the concepts of soul abundance, which is a healing system that can be applied to many different aspects of you and me and life. So whenever you're experiencing any kind of anxiety, look up the soul abundance concepts. I will be putting one page on my website which says soul abundance, but right now it's buried under the training about how to be a medium. So mediumship training, it's buried in there, but I'm going to create its own little section so you can look it over and maybe do some healing, some self-healing. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is a brief prayer, a brief meditation, prayer, energy connection, and then we will go into the world of spirits. First thing I'm going to do is channel the ones, which are all about soul abundance. Okay, so everybody listening, if you would please just sit back. If you're driving a car or you're doing anything, please go to the side, go find a parking space, sit back, uncross your arms and legs, and start to breathe from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to get gently relaxed, opening up to spirit on each inhale, and relaxing and releasing any tension on exhale, remembering to breathe from your abdominal space, getting very relaxed and calm and centered. If you are calling for an Otherside connection, call your loved ones in from spirit, have them come sit next to you and join us. If you're calling for a life question, then ask spirit to please help you get an answer and healing regarding that particular issue that you have today. As you do that, I'm going to go off and do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Now, what I'd like you all to do on your next exhale of breath, if you would release into the space your energy, I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, good. So I'm going to do a little channeling first with the ones, and then we'll go to the phone lines. We are here. We are the ones. We are in love with all of you. As that may sound a bit trite, what we mean is that we are your abundant flow and you are our children to help. We help you realize who you are inside. This is what we've come to Earth to do. We are your mentors, your guides, your angels. We are the ones that teach you how to be who you are, to remember your soul and your purpose, and to help empower you so that you can move to higher levels of vibration and higher areas of flux Flux and change, energy, frequency. This is what we mean. So when you move to higher energies of flux, again, we use that word to mean frequency or change, you will see that life will become more idyllic. You will not stay in the same place very long. You will be able to move from one thing to the next, from one episode to the next with greater fluidity. Flux, or a higher vibration of flow, is very easy to attain. Is simply by putting aside the matters that trouble you and assigning them to a higher purpose. Once you've done that, you will begin to realize through requesting what you really want that you are going to be led. Being led is a very simple thing. When you let go of trying to control everything, you will find your flow. Let go and find your flow, your idyllic flow, your miraculous flow, your divine flow. Flow is composed of God, which also spells God, guidance, opportunities, and destiny. So the first step to attain your divine God flow is to let go of anything that is troubling you right now, in the here and now. We are going to suggest an episode or an exercise right now to try this out. Think of why you have called into the radio show. Think of what is troubling you right now in your life. Put it firmly in front of you. We'll wait one moment. Good. And now we want to imagine that you are able to take that object, that thing, that thought, and hand it up literally to a higher power. Whatever your higher power looks like, go over to your object and lift it with your hands and offer it up to a higher power. We'll wait one moment while you do that. Notice now how you feel. You should feel lighter, and you should be accepting of the fact that there is divine presence in everything. And when you call upon your divine presence, your divine power, and ask it to do things for you that you cannot do yourself, you will find that you will be lighter inside and happier. You will be freer, and you will function better. As well, you will enter the state of now. The state of now is without worry, without problems, and simply a place to be. In this state of now, you will feel happy, and you also will be led more. Enter the now, and you will find that your life will be divinely guided. Namaste. Okay, they could go on forever. I never know exactly what they're going to talk about, and that's good. All righty, so now I'm going to go over to the phone lines. Woo! I don't think we have any other side connections tonight. Isn't that exciting? Unless 416 is one, and Susie will try it out, try the phone line out when she gets around to it. Oh, there she goes. She's so cute. All right, so I'm going to go to some live questions, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, let's go to Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer, honey. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So what I want you to do, Jennifer, is I don't know if you, I know you're on my mailing list. I think you said so, but if you've never participated as a guest on the show or caller to the show, what I would like you to do is just give me a question, not any background. I don't want you to influence me. Okay? So go ahead and give me your question, please.
Does Chris want a relationship with me?
Chris. All right, let's go there. Yeah, I'm getting a yes on that. Let me go a little deeper. He does. He's going to be asking you out soon. You will be feeling more pursued in the near future. Whatever has transpired in the past is done and finished for him, and he will become more open with you as we move forward into the future. And you'll have more kind of evidence that he is interested. Now, if you notice, I'm a little influenced by the nature of the question. It suggests that he's not showing you. So the answer is yes, whatever's going on in the past seems to have been diminished or finished, and he is moving forward. And you will be getting more of signs from him and or tangible experiences with him to let you know that he is interested and you'll be moving forward with him. I hope that makes sense to you, Jennifer.
Yes, it does.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling in. Just relax about it. You're welcome, honey. Everything's gonna be fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
honey. Bye-bye. Okay, so let me see. Let me see. Trying to find who's been waiting the longest. Catherine, there you are. You have been waiting the longest. All righty, Catherine. This is a night of no other side connections. Hey, Catherine, how are you this evening, darling?
I'm good. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure, absolutamente. So go ahead and just give me a question, no background, honey. I'm here.
Sure. I'm looking for specific actions to take in direction for my purpose, my dharma, my service in creating more abundance.
Okay, dharma, for what did you say after that? After you asked me a purpose, those 3 words at the end, for something or other.
I don't remember. More specific actions to take.
All right, that's fine.
For creating more abundance.
Creating more abundance. Okay, great. All right, let's go to your energy, Catherine, 541. Okay. You're very calm inside, they told me. You're a very calm person. You're very centered, very balanced. And this is something that you should use because it truly is a gift of yours. And you have a good, what do I mean by the meditation space about you? When you're in the company of others, they feel more calm, more balanced. And also sort of like, you have you laugh at this, like a Svengali, like almost a hypnotic effect on others when they're in your presence. And this is your gift, okay? This is your gift. You've come to earth to help and heal and send love about and give others what they need in themselves. You're here to awaken them. You're here to awaken the souls of others, much as Spirit Medium Laura is here to awaken the souls of others, but you do it in your own way and in your own space. You're a healer, and you do it through energy and calming the soul. And also, these words are being channeled, but there's other messages around the channeling. Let me just see. You're supposed to be helping people with this gift you have. It's something to do with healing the soul and calming the mind, calming the soul, and allowing people to get very much in touch with their core, their center being. I don't want to call it hypnosis because it's like a process that you can put people into that will allow them to realign their insides, almost like a meditative space, and that they become more in touch with who they are. And you've got this ability. It's a gift. Not everybody has that gift. Okay, and you also can see and know their hearts. You can see and know their talents, and you can activate those things within them by virtue of finding where it's housed. There seems to be a bodily or energy system that you can see, and you activate. So this is what you've come to Earth to do. You already know it, but you're just looking for validation. So allow yourself to do what you've been doing, sweetheart, which is just relax into the space of owning it and allowing yourself to be led, and God will be working with you. Your guides will be the mouthpiece of God to work with you on this divine purpose, which you've come to Earth to do, to heal and help people realize their potential, actualize themselves. Of course, in actualizing them, you're actualizing your own potential, but your potential is there. It's actualized. It's just fulfilling it as a purpose is not yet actualized. In other words, you know you have the gift. You're already using it. You haven't made it into a full-fledged service / business. I don't want to call it business yet. And that's the part that still needs to activate. Believing in it and knowing it is the first step, and that's happening right now as we speak. Make sense, please?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, and you're a very kind and loving person. Your dharma is extremely important, not only for you to activate your own bliss, but also to activate that of others. It's very, very serious work with a karmic blend about it. I don't know why they're giving me these words. releasing karma of yourself and others as part of the activation process. You should write to me, email me if you can. I'd like to learn more about it because it sounds so related to what I do. It's really kind of fascinating.
Okay.
All right, and I just want to give you one last thing because you need to know that what's the next step, okay? Because you need to know that.
Yeah.
All right, so Catherine, hold on. What's the next step for beautiful Catherine and this beautiful soul? There's a there's a karmic tease right now going on about your life. You're still being blocked here and there. They call it a tease, almost like, again, questioning you. And I see you thinking, should I take this job, or should I do this? Should I get another job, or should I go forward with the business? And so they're saying the next step is to go forward with the business. You will probably still need a job for some period of time. It looks like the job can become more and more part-time as you ramp into the business. They call it a karmic tease because part of you just thinks, oh, need a job, you go back to that fear space. So you have to start now, and you can start with people. You start where you are with those around you, giving the service to others, and you're going to see that you'll be like the Pied Piper, where people will just kind of start coming to you. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, love. God bless. Okay. Alrighty, I'm going to go to somebody else who's been waiting the longest, and it looks to me like it's a very close tie between Penny, and Penny's longer than Nathaniel. Okay, and then I'll come to Nathaniel after that. Okay, coming to Penny. Hello, Penny. How are you?
Hi, Laura. You had a beautiful opening. You always have a great opening, but this was particularly impressive.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was all tongue-tied, but thanks. See that? You're confirming, because I've had several confirmations since I awakened to this whole thing. I was forgetting about soul abundance, but what I'm going to do is gently create that as sort of the what do you call it? The foundation of everything I do. Rather than just be your generic medium, I'm going to have that theme running through it. So now, what can I do for you? And thank you, Penny, for being so generous with your compliment.
Well, you deserve it. My ex-husband, Erwin, who we've discussed before, last fall stopped paying my long-term care premium, which is the only obligation he has to me. And this will necessitate my spending monies I don't have on the premium, and also getting an attorney to try to enforce it. I've contacted an attorney by the name of Linda. I don't know if I should give out her last name in case somebody knows her. And I'm just not sure about A, going forward, and B, doing so with her.
Okay. So let's look at this. Well, I don't want to ask any more about her name because I don't want to reveal her identity, as you said. So I'll just say Linda associated with this. Okay. Should she litigate? Yes. Will she have a likely chance of...
Well, middle and last initial is M. That helps.
M like in Mary?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Well, the first thing I want to see is it worth to take this upon yourself? Do you have a likely chance of winning? Let me go to that.
Yeah.
You do. I do feel you do. You have a very strong case in your favor, and there's really no reason for him to have stopped it legally. Is no recourse. So that's what I'm getting. Now, all advice needs to be validated by an appropriate licensed professional, as this advice is creative and not conclusive in its nature. But this is what I'm getting, and that's what you're asking me for. So I'm getting a yes, and I'm getting that you have constructive evidence that would support you very nicely. I also feel that there's something missing upstairs in Erwin's mind, maybe he's getting a little bit loose there, like the eggs are scrambled. Okay, that's kind of like what I'm getting there.
I don't know. To be so hateful is after all these years is beyond my comprehension.
Well, I'm getting that there's maybe this. Again, I'm not a doctor, not a physician, but this is a psychic perception.
Yeah.
He's not as sharp mentally as he used to be. A lot of forgetfulness and also misconstruing things and not understanding. And there's a little bit of mishigas around his brain, if you will. So now let's go to LM. LM, would she be good to do this with you?
Linda.
I'm trying to hide her identity.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. LM for Penny, yes or no? Yeah, she's good at what she does. She will help you. I'm going to look at the monies involved. She's very brusque or brisk with you. She doesn't really let you say much.
Oh boy, you are so on target.
She's so rough to get along with.
Amazing.
She's very rough to get along with. She's like a battle axe. Here she comes, and her energy fills the room. Boom, 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 boom. Doesn't listen to anything that you say. She's very, very quick to judge. Makes judgments before she's heard everything. It's very frustrating for you. But she has a good price. That's the thing. She's willing to. For her the reason that she can give you the price she gives you, it's not the best, but it's not that bad, is because she is so brusque. She doesn't spend a lot of time with you. Get out! Say what you have to say. I have to get going now. But she's good at what she does. Let me just see. Will she help you? Yeah, she'll help you.
I'm just not getting, from what you picked up on, incredibly. Kudos, obviously, but I'm.
Well, listen.
Just said today she only allocates a certain amount of her week to working. She works from home. I don't know.
Well, the only thing I could say is because I know it's very bad. Well, what I get is that she understands is that the best way to communicate with her is in writing. That she reads things. She doesn't talk very well, but she likes to.
Then she calls, like she did today.
Okay.
Then she calls.
All right. Well, then that's good. Let her.
Let you finish sentences.
But put it all in writing, and she'll look it all over. The insurance thing, this and that, everything else. Put it all together, and I think that I feel that she's a good person to work with because she is fast, and that she has this kind of aggressive nature, if you will. Not very soothing for you, but on the other hand, you have to think of it from her perspective. She's trying to get to the point, and she's trying to get things done, and she does it very well. So I feel that if you put everything in writing that you say to her and that you want to say to her, well, I didn't finish everything. Here's the information. Make it simple, maybe on email or whatever, bullet points, that you would get what you need from her. So I'm getting a yes and a yes on that. And all you need is for you to have patience to follow through and be positive about it. As you know, or if you've been listening, prayer is very effective. Handing things to higher power, letting go, letting God, are very, very powerful tools that we overlook when we're fearful, right? When we're fearful, we always overlook those things.
I'm terrified. I've been to battle with him. I lost royally, and as I said, I don't know why he's doing this hateful, horrible thing. And the thing about her, with all due respect to what you said, and perhaps I'll schedule a session to go into it more, is I don't feel that she very often gets we have to go over the same thing over and over. I don't think she's paying attention, to tell you the truth. I think this is a hobby for her. That's what I'm concerned about.
What I'm getting is if you give her the information, she will look it over. If you're saying it verbally, she'll forget, or she won't let you finish a statement.
No, I do. I give her the information. She supposedly looks it over, and then it's like she never thought. That's concerning me.
Oh. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, I like her for this, and I'm going to say it again. So she may pull up, maybe you could look for some other people as well. But you're not giving me anyone to compare her with. But what I do get is that she gets what she needs to get, and then she will be very effective. So that's what I'm going to leave with. Won't say anything different than that. And I want you to. This is very complicated, okay, especially for you. But you're very smart. I don't mean that. I just mean that you feel so tortured by Erwin that if you could. Yeah, if you could relieve yourself of that feeling, and I know it's going to sound a little weird, honey, but forgiveness, and start putting energy towards the prayer. This prayer would be, I thank you, God, for providing me all the money I need to live well. All the money I need to live well. And you'll feel soothed when you say that kind of a prayer. And don't if you're getting angry and you're allowing people to push your buttons, you're disempowering yourself and your efficacy with spirit. So the letting go, letting God would be this prayer, which is, I thank you, God, for providing for my financial needs while on earth. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I want you to also think that money comes from many places. So always think in terms of abundance. This idea hit me the other day forgot exactly when, maybe a week or two ago, of like, how abundant is the earth? It grows things from nothing. And if we understand that we're part of this, that we're part of this, this intelligent matrix, we'll understand that our resources, even your resources, Penny, are not limited, even though they seem limited. So give all this a try while you move forward with this. But I get a yes and a yes. Okay, sweetheart?
Yes, I should proceed, and yes, I should use her.
That's what I'm getting. If you might want to, if you're sure that you don't like her, then go ahead and try somebody else. But I'm getting that she could be very good for this, so that's what I'm getting. All right, I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
All right, honey.
Okay.
Thank you, love.
Thank you, Laura, so much.
You're welcome, honey.
It's amazing how you picked on the breastness. It's amazing. You are amazing.
Thank you, honey. So are you.
Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Oh, she's so sweet to me. All righty. I'm going to go to Nathaniel. Okay, and Nathaniel, I'm going to give you a hard time today. Nathaniel?
Hi.
Hey, I'm going to give you a hard time today. Okay? All right? I don't want you to ask me when you're going to find a job. Huh?
I've already found a job.
Yay! Yay! All right, good. So then what is your question? Go ahead.
I'm still looking for a new assignment, actually. And, but I'm looking for a place to rent. So I'm hoping this other place for this girl is going to work out after Halloween.
Okay, your voice is very weird, but that's okay. I can understand. So what you're saying is you're looking for a new assignment, and that should be a place to live. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's actually a work. That's going to be a new security guard assignment. You know.
Oh, so it is job related.
Job.
It is job related.
It kind of is, but it's actually. I'm looking for a new place. I've actually moved out of Barstow.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a new place to live, and like here, and I found an old place over like in Brea area, and it's going to be available after Halloween. And I think she's going to save it for me because there's a lot of callers that call up on one ad, and it's it's hard to even get anybody to get back to you.
Okay. I'm a little confused by your question. So are you asking me where you're going to get a job, or when you're going to get a job, or where you should live?
I have a job. I actually am working for UPS, Universal Protection Systems, or something like that. And but I just need a new assignment from my operations manager.
Okay. So why are you asking me this? Why are you asking me this? You want me to tell you how to go about it, or what do you want me to provide you?
No, I just if you see anything again, job related or rent related.
Job.
I'd be renting a place.
So in other words, what I should look for is where you should try to get the job. Where's the most likely place you would live? Is that what you're saying?
Well, one, I just need a new assignment, so they'll just.
All right, well, let's go to that. All right.
Such and such.
All right, let me see if I can find that.
And then, and for a place to rent, I'm hoping a place will become available in Brea.
All right. Well, I don't know what that means, new assignment, honey. I don't know what that means. I'm having trouble understanding what that means.
It just means that they could tell me to report to like Anaheim Convention Center or Anaheim. Pond.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving. All right, thank you for putting a little meat on the bones of that. So the convention center or the pond? Did you say?
Yeah, they actually were going to send me to the pond before they sent me.
The palm. The palm is PALM. PALM. Is that what you mean by palm, honey? The hotel, the palm. Okay, or the convention center. Okay, hold on. Let me see what I get.
No, it's not palms. It's pond, the Anaheim, the Honda Center.
Okay.
Honda Center.
All right, the pond. Okay, the pond. All right, thank you. That's what I needed to know, honey. Maybe you didn't understand what I need to know, because for me, it's all way out there. And I don't live in California. I live in Florida.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the pond is. All right, hold on for a second. So Nathaniel's looking if he's more likely to get an assignment at the pond or an assignment at Anaheim Convention Center or other. Let me see what they come up with so that he'll understand where his future's going. This is from Nathaniel. Pond, Convention Center, or other. Pond is more likely than than anything else. You've been there before. And I think you'd do well there. For some reason, whether they like you there or whoever you were around there seems to think you're good. So it looks like that's going to be the one that's going to happen more likely. And if you're looking to find a place to live, then that would be the place. But you don't need to do anything, honey, until you get the actual transfer. Okay? So that's what I'm getting, love. I hope that makes sense to you, love. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All righty then. I'm sorry it took me so long to understand what he's talking about. Used a lot of air time for that. But to be honest with you, I really didn't know. Didn't really understand what the question was. Okay, I'm going to Regina, who's been waiting an inordinate amount of time. Hello, Regina.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing fine. And I need a question from you without background information, okay?
Okay. When would I successfully be employed?
When will you be employed? Okay, and you don't have a job now, honey?
I had some interviews, and I received something through the email with a government job, and I didn't get it.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's see what they say. Oh, it's not so much when, it's like, what are you doing? And they'll give me all that information. Let's see here, Jennifer. No, Regina, 678. God, it feels like you've been looking for a long time. I feel like you've kind of hit yeah, like at least 6 months. And like you feel very stuck, very shut in, very stuck. The world is a very unfriendly place right now to you. And so part of the answer is for you to get a little more optimistic. And I know that may sound weird, but you're repeating a pattern that's happened before in your life of feeling that life doesn't go well for you, if you will. Life doesn't go well for you. It's hard for you. Whenever you're trying to do something, you seem to always be on the wrong side of the street, you know? So Spirit wants you to do a little prayer first, okay? Which is, I thank you, God. Okay, thank you, God, for providing me optimistic attitude and lucrative employment. The most important thing is just to say, I thank you, God, for providing me lucrative employment soon. Lucrative employment soon, and Spirit will come in to help you. There's a lot of belief systems that were given to you from family and friends. A lot of people have the same problem that have been in your family or friends or around you, you know. So you have this, like, without realizing, you're sort of hypnotized into thinking it's hard to get a job. And it's not really hard to get a job. I'm going to talk a little bit about that also. For some people, it's easy to get a job. Okay, but for you...
oh, yes, I know. I know. I've seen it, and I'm like, no.
Right.
I'm just trying to get out of this.
I know, but it's subconsciously planted in your mind by things, experiences, and other people you've known. And most of the feeling, to me, what I'm getting from Spirit is feeling like you're behind the 8 ball. You just got like a unlucky mark on your forehead or something. So Spirit wants you to know that you're loved. Yeah. Well, you're loved. You're very, very loved, and that you should never underestimate the fact that you are loved. Now, as I say that, I see, I don't know if this was a past job. If it wasn't, then it's going to be the new job. I see you or a young female near a just on the outside of a shopping center parking lot. It looks like a big shopping center, like a Costco or something like that, where, you know, you might have worked, or maybe you will work. Have you ever done anything like that, honey?
My past job, I worked for Target, but it was it was not for retail. It's more like human resources
Perfect.
area, but I was like an employee assistant.
That's okay. Well, that's good. So that's where I think you're going to get a job, is something similar to that. When I saw you there, it didn't mean you were necessarily working with, in retail. But I get Costco. So what I want you to do is apply there. Okay. And any competitors to Costco, because they treat, what I'm hearing is it's lucrative. They treat their employees well, and they're looking for somebody sharp like you with good interpersonal skills. And if you don't feel you are sharp or good interpersonal skills, I want you to look in the mirror every day and say, I'm sharp and I have great interpersonal skills. And practice doing that. Right? Okay. Now, are you carrying a little extra poundage on your frame right now? Like, are you carrying a little extra weight on your body right now?
Yeah, just around my stomach. And I know some of the stress.
All right. Well,
I know it is.
Well, I could see it on you, and I'm going to say the reason they showed me is because I'm supposed to say a little something about that. Is that you have to get yourself in a little better shape when you go on the interview, so you look sprightly, you look lively. Okay. You have to look energized. So get out and do a little bit of exercising, maybe walking, maybe eating. I know it's hard when you're depressed, but that's what you have to do, and that'll help you get the job. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay, thank you, Laura.
You're welcome, Regina. God bless, honey. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. And now I'm going to go to, we've got a 26-minute person. We've got a 20, yeah, there we are. Raquel's the longest waiting in the queue. And as I mentioned, everybody, you see in the beginning of the show it was empty, but now it's buzzing. Everybody's here. That's great. Okay, I'm going to Raquel. Hey, Raquel.
Hi, Laura. This is my first time calling in.
Hey, hello. Pleasure to meet you. So,
nice to meet you too.
Yeah, you sound like a Raquel I know, which is kind of interesting. You sure you're not her? So it's funny. No, okay. All right. So you're from 416. Go ahead and just give me your question, honey. Not a lot of background.
Okay, my question is, do you see me moving within the next 3-4 years?
Oh my goodness, that's so broad. Hold on.
Moving out of the country.
It feels to me like, believe it or not, these are some perceptions I was getting before, as if you're, are you from the Pacific, South Pacific, or like Pacific Islander or something?
No, I'm in Canada.
You're in Canada, but is your background like
Yes.
Filipino or South Pacific or something like that?
No, Caribbean.
Caribbean. Okay, all right, thank you, because I felt like you weren't from the mainland to begin with. I just wanted to say that. All right, well, let me just go now. Where will she be leaving the country, yes or no? Is from Canada to go somewhere else, but she hates Canada probably. Yes, you do hate Canada. All right, hold on, Raquel. It's not because you really hate Canada. It's a nice place. But, I mean, if you're from the Caribbean, let's face it, boys and girls, I mean, Canada, Caribbean, Canada. What are you going to choose, right? I'd be choosing the island culture, except doesn't have as many economic opportunities, but certainly more beautiful place to live. Oh, and then you got a little baby in the background. All right, let me see what you got for you, Raquel. 416. Should be. Well, I feel that I'm going to have to ask you, sweetheart, Raquel, love.
Yes.
I want you to try to find a place that's quiet, because you're actually, if your focus is if you're distracted, then the whole connection breaks down, the psychic connection. So yeah. So try to find a place that's not going to be interfered with by your beautiful child. Okay. So what I'm getting is that it feels like you need. Like somebody's got to help you financially. And I hear something about your father. Where's your father, honey? Is he back in the Caribbean, or where is he, love?
My father died in 2006.
Oh, okay. Well, it feels like something needs to help you. Okay, something needs to help you. And if it's not him exactly, maybe he's trying to come in from the spirit world to give you advice. I don't know. let me look at the money. The money is probably the issue. Is the money the issue, honey?
Yeah, that's a part of it.
All right. Let me see what I could get for you. Well, I just want to say I don't feel that you can leave the way you're going right now. The path that you're on now, with the resources in place, does not have a path out because you don't have enough finances for it. There's also commitment there and a few other things that kind of hold you in place. If you had a family member, like a parent or something, or someone you could go to, it'd be easier, but you don't right now, at least not as far as I can tell. So you're going to have to create a plan. Okay, it's not like a fairy godmother's going to come in with a wand and just go bling, and you're leaving the country. You don't have a plan, and you need to make a plan. I also feel that you're not able to get out of the house that often to really make this plan happen. I don't think you're. Are you working? Because I don't feel that. Are you working now, honey?
Yeah, I am working. I have a full-time job.
Okay. Then what I'm going to say to you is, I don't know why you're asking the question, because the question then, if you have a job, okay, and you don't seem to have any problems, why would you even ask this question? Why don't you just plan to get out? What is the issue behind it? Because I feel like I got a block here. I can't get you an answer. If you want to get out of the country, you just get out of the country. You save up money and you go. So what is the problem? I'm not seeing what the problem is. You know.
Well, I have a daughter.
Okay.
And I need her father's permission to take her, number one.
Ah, that's the father. So not your father, it's her father. Okay. And he needs to help you. So that's the father. That's the number one.
And he said he's going to help.
All right, well, let's look at if he's going to help or not. That would be the main thing. Okay, that's why, see, when I say something, I know I said your father, but I had heard something about father has to help you. That's all I heard from spirit.
Oh, okay.
And if I can't get a confirmation, then everything kind of breaks down. I can't understand what's going on here. So that's why I need you to help me out a little bit. So, okay, let me go to him.
Okay.
Yeah, give me his initials, please.
CH.
All right, let's go see what he's going to do about this. Will CH give her permission to take the daughter to a different country? Yes or no? CH. This is for Raquel. I don't like his temperament. Angry, controlling, difficult, very, very difficult. The answer right now is no. So we're going to have to figure out a plan of how to get you to go, okay, if there is a workaround of this, because right now what I get from him is a very difficult personality, difficult to get along with. The only way that you would be able to get your way is to have some sort of leverage to the situation, i.e. forgive him on some debt that he owes you. Or negotiate some kind of an agreement. You need to find a motivation and then negotiate some kind of an agreement. And one of the things I get that just slipped out of my mouth is maybe that he potentially owes you something, and if you can forgive him on that, then perhaps, but it needs to be an agreement of some sort. And that's what I'm getting. Now, does that make sense to you, honey, from what you know about him and the situation?
Well, he is difficult and very negative.
Yeah, but does he owe you? Do you owe him any? Does he owe you something, or is there something you can negotiate? Because I'm getting some kind of.
No, he doesn't owe me anything. He actually said he was going to give me the money to leave, but sometimes it's like he doesn't want me to take her, and then sometimes he's like, "Okay, you can take her."
Well, that's what I'm getting, is that you need to find what his hot button is, and I can't seem to find it right now. Let me just try one more time, okay? Because I don't feel he's going to let you go the way things are right now, okay? And so let me just see what it is. He doesn't want you to go, basically, and I don't see a workaround right now. I don't see a workaround right now to that. So I'm going to give you an assignment, Raquel. I want you to pay attention to his because I can't see it psychically, honey, right now. I want you to pay attention to his behavior and his motivations over the next few weeks. And I think you're probably going to see something that will give you a way to wedge this, make it happen, and then use that to create an agreement. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what it is. You can always call me back in a few weeks, but I want you to pay attention to his behavior, because right now he's not easy to see into, other than I said difficult. And I also see a lot of uncertainty in him of what he wants and doesn't want. One day he wants to be a good father, next day he doesn't know what he wants. So, yeah, and I also feel that he's well, that goes along with it, very confused about himself, what his motivations are. His mental acuity is not very good.
Actually, he's calling me right now, just a second.
All right, let me let you go then. Raquel, I'm going to let you go, honey. I'm going to let you go, sweetie.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you, honey. Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so there she is with that. Okay, some people are a little harder to read for than others. I did the best I can with her, and if she wants to call me in a few weeks, maybe we'll have some more information for her. And it's okay, you know, it is what it is. Some people are easy; they're like open books. Others are not. Particularly when you're dealing with the man that she's married to. He's not very open. He's not very transparent psychically. He's very opaque, if you will. And I was going to say, and if she listens to this later, maybe she'll hear it, that he might have some kind of maybe bipolar or something like that. Again, I'm not a physician, but there's something there going on mentally that's a little bit askew, shall we say. Okay, I'm going to go to Valerie, and I'm there. Hey, Valerie.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hi, how are you?
I'm hanging out, having a good time. How about you?
Hanging out as well.
All right, wonderful.
I was just wondering, is love or work coming in this year?
Oh, my goodness, this woman's got it all wrong. You don't have love and you don't have work. All right. Let's go 707. I'm going to focus. What I'm being told is go to work right now, because that's the main thing. Hold on. Valerie, 707, work. Coming for her, yes or no? Yeah, you're going to get a job if you'd like one. Let me see if it's a job or what the heck it is. Hold on. Okay. First thing I get is even though you sound perfectly lovely, you do. You sound wonderful. I feel that maybe your confidence level is a little low right now. That's what they're telling me. Confidence level is low. You've had a few false starts in the area of money, employment. I feel that there's a little bit of an uncertainty as whether or not you can get a job, or if you should do something that feels like it's more self-employed, or it's something that you do for others, like a service. It seems to have a creative side to it. And that's what you really want to do, the latter, but you don't feel like you could even get that. So I want you to kind of think about all that. What do you really want with work? And maybe we could focus on that for the next moment or two. Go ahead.
Okay, what I want is a part-time permanent position close to home.
Okay.
In the field that I work in.
And what is that field, honey?
It's medical.
Medical. All right. Let me see something here. Well, okay. You can get that job. There are plenty of jobs around you that would suffice. And I don't know. These words are coming from Spirit. So let me just see where the disconnect is. Is this something that I'm asking Spirit now, honey? Is this something that she's just recently started to look for, Spirit? Hold on. No, you've been looking for this for a while. You haven't been able to find part-time. Plenty of full-time, but not part-time. Okay, so all right, so what you need to do is you might, I hate to tell you this, love, but what I'm getting is you may have to figure out a way to be creative in the way you create a part-time job, believe it or not. Like, for example, some employers would be open to this, but you're going to have to maybe sell it into an employer that there would be a job share between you and another woman, or you and another person that would also want to be part-time. Maybe find the part-time person and then go there. I know that sounds like a
90 seconds.
Almost impossible to do, but the only way that the most likely way to get a part-time job is to come up with a creative way to convince an employer that this would work for them. And what I get is potential job sharing between you and another person. And maybe you know some people like that.
Well,
go ahead.
No, I don't. I don't. So that's going to be probably out there then. Do you see love coming in then? Love?
60 seconds.
Okay, so what I do usually is one question per person. So we're gonna that's all right, love. I'm gonna leave you with that. And yeah, if you could be creative about job seeking, you will be able to find a part-time job. It seems like you have to create the position for yourself, honey, is what I'm getting, love. Thank you so much for calling in, Valerie. Bye, honey.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, I want to thank everybody for calling in today. If you'd like a private session with me, just go to booklaura.com, and there you will get a 25% discount if you put radio show in the event code field. Thank you so much. Wednesday at 1 p.m., we continue this beautiful work of spirit. Namaste.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.